I can truly sit here and say that Arizona, even though we don't have the biggest hip hop scene, right now, the city is making some of the best music that I've heard.
And I gotta know if you wanna go.
All right, you guys, welcome to another edition of The Grind Culture.
Man.
Your boy Mike, we have Aaron, and then we have the legend, the Arizona legend himself, Mr. Richie Evans. How you doing today, boss?
Appreciative, baby. How you?
Good, man. It's good to see you, man.
Bless.
Thanks for coming through.
Man, gotta do it.
We know you got a busy schedule.
Shit, come on, man. I'm never too busy for the hometown. You feel me?
There we go.
Let's make it,
So you're from Philly, right?
Yeah, I was born in Philly, yeah.
Tell me about that journey, Philly to AZ.
Different. You know what I'm saying? I was born in Philly. My pops was in the military. You know what I mean? So I ended up moving to Luke Air Force Base at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Luke Elementary School. You know what I'm saying? Did that whole particular process. And then after that, man, we got some orders to go to, where did we go? Germany. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I've always been a person who was always on the go, but Arizona's home base, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I lived here more years out of any other, place I've been to. It's where I kind of stamp my flag and where I, represent from. So, it's home base.
How was, what were some of those countries you lived in?
Germany, Paris. We lived in London for a year and that was it.
All this before what, like the age of 10?
Yeah, 13.
13?
Yeah. I was gonna say around 13.
That's a lot. Well traveled.
Man, for sure. But you know what though? It did a lot of justice for me though. You know what I'm saying? Musically, you know what I'm saying? Personally, you know what I mean? I was able to really get outside of the confines of just of a 5-block or 5-city radius. Right. You know what I mean?
Experience different cultures.
1,000%.
Yeah.
And was really able to really just experience different cultures, different foods, and different representations and people, man, that really kind of help. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, create the shit I got going on now.
Is there one that really left an imprint on you?
Yeah, I would say Ireland. Now, the thing about it is with Ireland, I went to Ireland when I was on tour.
Okay.
But Ireland was really one of them spots that I really fucked with just because, like, they drink heavy. And I'm a drinker, you feel me? So it was one of them ones where I was like, sheesh. You know what I mean? But
Your kind of people.
Man, come on, man. We was out there living it, man. Real life.
So then you come to Arizona, get into sports.
Yes, sir.
Start playing ball.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You end up playing ball for the college out here?
Yes, sir. Yes,
or was it Eastern Arizona College?
Yeah, man. We like I said, I ain't gonna say before music, because music was always, a part of my life. But, I was super heavy in hooping. You know what I'm saying? And I was really,
what position you play?
Point guard. Come on, man. Chris
Right.
Paul and shit.
Yeah.
What you mean? There's a reason why.
Yeah.
But athletics was always a part of my DNA. You know what I'm saying? Basketball. You know what I mean? And it really it was what I did. You know what I'm saying? And I was really nice too, though. Like a lot of these rappers I be listening sometimes, they be talking that shit like, oh, I dropped 20. No, you didn't. Stop it. Like, you know what I mean? But I really, really was nice though. Like, Googleable. I was a McDonald's All-American.
Oh, okay.
All that type of shit. You know what I mean?
So you take Chris Brown?
Record.
Yeah, facts. He's out of here. She's out. Yo, Chris, you my nigga, but you ain't fucking with me. Come on, man. Knock it off.
Well, who else? Quavo.
He's really out of there.
You seen his jump shot?
Oh, I seen the whole one. That's not happening at all, though. But see, that's the thing, though. He hits buckets.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. A real hooper, man, you got to bring that shit all the way from down here up. I'm not letting you get that off.
Yeah, that's a block every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm hitting with that Patrick Beverly.
Right, knock it off every time, man.
What about Ronnie 2K?
Here's the thing about Ronnie 2K.
Yeah.
I played with Ronnie 2K before.
Okay, word.
You know what I'm saying? Ronnie 2K in game is solid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they like A1. So Ronnie comes over to the house all the time. We played horse. He aight.
Yeah.
He got a stroke.
Yeah.
Just like game. My big bro got a stroke too, but playing,
right.
niggas is out of here.
When
man.
it gets down to it.
It gets down to we running these courts, you giving me the rock and I do what I do.
You ever shared the court with Baron Davis?
That's my guy. Facts.
One of my favorites.
That's my
all
guy.
Time.
No.
Time.
BD, I played with BD, played with his partner Term. who was Buddy who used to coach the Suns like
Watson.
Earl Watson.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I played with some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Matt Barnes. You know, a couple cats. You know what I mean? Like I'm really out there beasting shit, low key.
Yeah. So
know?
you got the stories to back it up.
Where was it out in LA that they play all the time? Where Harden and all them be going.
Oh,
what's that place?
The league. You talking about?
Not the Drew League.
Oh, I was gonna say you talking Drew League.
Where they go to practice all the time. Where you see like LeBron and Harden and sometimes J. Cole.
That one gym.
UCLA, right?
Bieber. Somewhere is
around there,
UCLA?
yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So you played not only high school, but then you played some college.
Yeah. College ball, and you know, college is where I kind of really. You know, you got to make some type of decisions at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me, man, like I said, music was always a passion. It was always a love.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man, you know, basketball, you know, got me a scholarship. You know,
They go hand in hand too.
Yeah, hand in hand. But that's where I kind of came into my own. You know what I mean? Like at that particular time, you really start understanding exactly what you want to do and, you know, who you are in life. You know what I mean?
At this point, had you ever recorded any music?
So I used to always like freestyle and battle on like tour buses. I mean, on you know, the college buses and shit like that at school. But that's where I first initially started recording.
Yeah.
What it was at that particular time, man. Like, you know, Eastern Arizona was in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in Safford. I mean, that's a small
Yikes.
right? Small you know, community. So you take a nigga who been around the world, seen a lot of shit, and who got a very open, vivid mind. You know, he's kind of like, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So what I did at that particular point, man, the downtime that I had, man, I just started like taking music a little bit serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I started writing a little bit more.
You remember your first bar?
I don't. But I do remember the situation. The situation was I got my Pell Grant check, had a little bit of money, and I bought some studio time.
Nice.
And you know what I'm saying? You know,
Was it like locally?
Yeah, there was a little music studio that they had out there. But like I said, I mean, it was able to really thrive the vision for me to really kind of keep up to the shit and keep
First time you hear your voice back too, that's
Right.
crucial, yo. 'Cause
Super crucial.
everybody think they can rap and then they hear themselves back and they're like, fuck.
Hey man, I tell people all the time, one of the most important things, even outside of your bars, is mic control. Your
Voice
vocals.
control. Yeah, level. Yep.
You know what I mean? So, nah, for sure.
Same
on
thing
that.
here.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
What was that? So you said you started taking the music more seriously.
Yeah.
There wasn't an injury, right?
No. Everything was good for me. It was just the downtime that I had, just being in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of, you know, the free time I had, I just started creating. You know what I'm saying?
So take us through that period between we're in college playing basketball.
Right.
And then now we're like, music is a serious thing for me.
Right.
I'm recording. At this point, I got mixtapes.
Right.
I got things going, moving.
Right.
And before we get to game,
Okay.
there's a couple of year period right here.
Window, yeah.
Where this is just now it's a dream and I'm grinding.
Facts. You know, it was a situation where even before the dream, it was a growth thing. Like I said, man, like I'm in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, I'm a kid who traveled the world, very seasoned, very versed. You know what I'm saying? And you put me into a little small community where outside of basketball and school, there's really nothing to really do.
But think.
You know, right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you know, ran around with a couple bitches, did my thing on that. But like, you know, you really got some time for yourself. So I really just started just putting the pen to the paper. Like I said, man, I started getting creative and I wanted to express myself a little bit more. I started getting more curious about shit. Like, man, let me see how I sound behind the mic, or let me see how I, you know, it sound hard on this paper how I'm doing it, but let me see how I really deliver the shit. You know what I mean? So at that point, man, booked some studio time. And I remember, man, I did my first little demo.
What was the name of it?
So it had no name at this point.
Oh, just
it was just a demo.
Okay, yeah.
So I take it back to my dorm room, you know what I'm saying? And I'm playing my shit, and I was like, I'm gonna play it, and I just want to get the outside response. So one thing in college, you know what I'm saying, on weekends, you know, when niggas is doing their laundry, doing what they do, they leave their dorm room open. I mean, they dorm door open. Niggas is listening. They're like, bro, that shit hard. So I'm like, all right, that's what's up. Another nigga, yo, that shit hard. Yo, that shit hard. So now they like, yo, Buddy over here really, really nice on this shit. You know what I mean? So then it started circulating the campus a little bit. You know what I mean? When it came to that, and it gave me a little bit more motivation.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna really go into it though, and I'm gonna really like make a tape. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to be the only nigga on this tape, so I started, reaching out to a couple people that rapped and did what they needed to do, and like, yo, let's put a little bit of money together, and go in here and make a tape and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Right.
We did it. Pressed up 2,000 copies. You know what I'm saying? Sold them shits.
Like you went to an actual spot, old school style, pressed them up, or
Pressed them up. You know what I'm saying? Actually, we went through the company called Disc Makers at the time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We pressed up 2,000 copies. We did some little crazy, weird-ass artwork just to, put it up there, man. We had like 8 records on the shit, but we sold them shits in like a week.
Damn.
And then at that particular point, now it was more like, hey, yo, what you got going on this weekend? We got a party. Why don't you come through or rock the mic? Or, hey, we going down to, there was a club or two. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come down to this particular club. We got you some free, free alcohol on the low and blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like
opportunity.
I just start seeing the thriveness. And then, like I said, man, like time goes by. And I sat back and was like, yo, if I really, really work at this as much as I'm working at basketball, I think I can make a living off this shit. Like for real.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of how it started from there.
That's dope. So let's fast forward.
Yeah.
I was reading the 2018 Hip Hop DX article.
Right.
It told the story about Game.
Yeah.
And we went through a bunch of your shows and interviews. You've told that story probably a million
times.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're gonna go a different route.
Okay.
Right. The story goes, you're at the studio.
Right.
You get the call.
Right.
You're having a boy or you're having a kid.
Facts.
And you said, "Fuck it, I'm out of here. Give me that. I'm gonna go."
I'm about to go get drunk.
So I'm gonna take you a different route now.
Okay.
What if you had not gotten that call and you just go home? Where do you see
Your career.
that your career, your life?
Still would have been that nigga.
Hey.
That's just, you know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
In the back
Boss
of
talk.
in the back of my theory, bro, I just look at it like this, like, certain people in whatever that they do, you know what I'm saying, just got to grind and got a certain gift about it. I
Right.
think that even if it wasn't with Game, I think that eventually somebody would have heard, you know what I mean, just the hunger, the passion, the conviction, and just the great body of work that they'd be like, I got to give this kid a shot. But I'll take it a step further. Even if nobody wouldn't have gave me a shot, I would have created a shot.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I and people look at it sometimes like, bro, you're very, very arrogant with that. I was like, it's really not an arrogant thing, that I'm saying. It's
Not
just
at
a
all.
factual thing that I'm saying. Like, bro, I done seen motherfuckers make nothing. I make something out of nothing.
They want to see us with no confidence.
Facts.
They want to see
You know
us
what I
with no
mean?
confidence.
Like with nothing. So I'm just like, bro, I just come from a different energy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, bro, at the end of the day, I'm big on self-reliability. You know what I'm saying? And if I would have never got that call, I would have created an avenue to make it happen regardless.
Where was that energy instilled from?
I would
Would you
have
say from like your father's military background?
Well, I would say the discipline of that comes from my father being in the military and doing what he did, the
Right.
discipline aspect. But I think the grind came from my mom. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward into certain situations, you know what I'm saying? My mom and father, they end up having a divorce through that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And through that particular time,
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
it was right when we got back from Germany, so 13.
13. Okay.
13. At that particular time, man, my mom and dad divorced at a crucial time in any kid's life. You know what I mean? But at that particular time, when my pops ended up leaving, it was a transition period for myself, my mom, because he left her at a time where she went back to college to get her degree and she wasn't working.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, how y'all gonna get a divorce and you ain't even working? I seen my mom. She didn't stop going to college. She didn't stop, pursuing her dreams. What she did was she just fell back, pivoted, regrouped, and executed a different plan and won. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, man? Even through a divorce, my mom ended up graduating college, ended up getting a 6-figure job. You know what I'm saying? Getting us a house. You know what I'm saying? Like all the times I didn't have, she made up for that. You know what I mean? So I think that that's where that drive and that motivation to want hunger for more comes from.
Constant example.
Exactly.
So let's fast forward a little bit, right? Now
Yep.
we talked about that parallel universe, what if?
Right.
So now we're past the whole Game era as
Okay.
far as the whole story.
Right.
Which, by the way, before we get past that, my way of hearing you was from the Black Wall Street mixtape.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah.
That was my shit, bro.
Bro, look, that was my the Black Wall Street Journal Volume 1 was my introduction to the world. And I always tell people all the time, man, you know, I will forever be in debt to my big bro for really giving me the opportunity to stand on that platform, because that opened up a lot of doors for me at that time, for certain.
Oh,
and it gave me a lot of credibility in the industry at that particular point.
True.
You know?
Yes. So let's talk Juice to Richie Evans.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
At what point did you realize there's got to be a rebrand?
Here's the thing, you know, with Big Bro, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's no stranger to controversy. You know what I'm saying? I think that the whole Black Wall Street label at that particular time, man, we was just always in the tabloids for something. You know, it was the 50 Cent beef, the G Unit shit, whatever it was. I just think at that particular time, for me, I always say, there comes a time when a little monkey turns gorilla.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your kid is not going to be 5 years old forever. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be times where you're going to start testing you. There's going to be times where you're going to start doing all types of grown shit. And I feel like I was going through that phase a little bit early on. I felt like the artist that I wanted to become and the platform I wanted to stand on, in order for me to do that, I had to get from up under Big Brother's umbrella.
Not that anything's wrong with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know, I say that all the time.
Everybody got to be their own man.
Facts. And I wanted people to know, like, I mean, you know, he did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the opportunity. He gave me the platform. He really taught me and helped create my ear to understand what good music was about, as well as, you know, me understanding and creating great bodies of work. You know what I mean? But at that particular time, it just got to the point where so much shit was going on, I had to do it for me to stand on my own.
Right.
Nigga, he's already platinum.
Yeah.
My nigga, you done got 2 or 3 Bentleys. You done got a couple millions, you know what I'm saying? And your respect in this music game is already intact forever. As much as people may say about Game, he has a album that is aligned with The Chronic, Illmatic, documentary. You know, the documentary is a forever album.
You know what's crazy is low key. Documentaries is one of those greats, one of those classics, right?
Facts.
But my favorite was
Advocate. What do you mean?
You know, fam.
Come on,
You
that's
know.
my.
Hey,
but
the energy he had on that album.
that's my favorite album. And no, I'm not trying to be biased, and I got to put myself and pat myself on the back. I did a lot of work on that album, so that's why that was my first album that I was able to work on and get credited. You know, I
I'm getting chills just thinking about the
bro. I have my platinum plaque in my house is from that album.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And truthfully, that's my motivation to this day.
Yeah,
My
that's
motivation is I have a platinum plaque, has my name on it, but it was for somebody else's album. My goal now is I got to hang one for me.
Yeah,
Right.
facts.
You know what I'm
Get
saying?
your own.
But just to kind of, like I said about the Game situation, it was just, you know, Big Bro, he was a star. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I believe that I am and was a star in my right too. But sometimes, man, you gotta step away from the nest to create your own. I call it the Kobe syndrome. You know, people. I remember when that whole debate was going on, like, oh my God, Kobe said he wanted Shaq traded. Yeah, nigga, because it's over. It's a new time. It's a new energy. It's a new day. We did what we needed to do together. Now you gave me enough ammunition and helped my confidence to the level. Now I got to bring a championship to my team. So now I got to go pick a Pau Gasol.
Yeah.
I got to go pick a Derek Fisher. I got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to build your team so you can hang that rafter. So the transition from Juice to Richie, that's what that was all about.
And how was that for you? Because I don't think you started from zero per se, right?
Say it again?
I don't think you would necessarily say you started from nothing when you went to Richie Evans.
Nah, so I'm not going to say I started from nothing, but I will say this, though. The artist that I wanted the world to see me in its entirety was completely different from Juice.
Right.
And I feel like I did have to start from that level. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of industry connects and resources and things like that. But in order for me to gain my respect, I got tired of hearing that's Game's artist.
Right.
Or, you know, like, no, he's dope because of Game. No, nigga, I'm dope because of me.
I feel like the transition started a little bit, at least publicly, like via like socials.
For sure.
When you went to Richie McCain.
Oh, Juice McCain. Yeah.
Juice McCain. That was a start. I was like, okay. That was it kind of tagged along with what was happening politically at the time.
Facts.
And you ran with that.
Facts.
And then from there, it came Richie Evans. And I was like, okay, I see what he's doing here.
1,000% accurate. At that particular point, I felt like I was getting a lot of press and a lot of popular notoriety, but I was getting a lot of resistance because of where I was from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, one of the hardest things for any artist in this particular city is having people respect where we're from.
Right.
Arizona's not New York. Arizona's not LA. Arizona's not Chicago. It's not Philly. Some of these, it's not Miami. A lot of these top tier markets, people, whenever you tell a nigga like, oh, he's dope, where he from? Phoenix.
Right.
Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People automatically classify you into something. So what I wanted to do at that particular time, like I kind of went on like a full campaign. Like I was like, all right, I got to make these niggas respect not just the fact of me being an artist, but where I'm from. So I ended up taking on the moniker Juice McCain.
And that was branding at its finest.
At its finest. John McCain was the face of Arizona.
Right.
There was none stronger than him.
Yeah.
So, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and rebrand this name. I'm going to get this big-ass chain. They got my name on it, the license plate, the show. Like, when I was in Compton, I wanted niggas to respect that. When I was in New York, I wanted niggas to respect that. When I was in, no matter where I was at, I was always letting it be known where I was from, what I stood for, and what I was about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that whole shit came about.
Tell me about that process. Because it's a different. We were talking earlier. It's a different era of branding and marketing yourself, right? From when you started.
Man,
how has that been for you in getting Richie Evans to the public?
Truthfully, like I'm just on this run getting into my entirety. Like, like I said, like I come from a different era. Like, we used to pull up on you with the mixtapes, pop the trunk, you know what I'm saying, hand to hand, you know what I mean? Like, shit, the best that we did was like email you some shit. You know what I'm saying? But like nowadays, man, it's just everything is so instant gratification and instant viral, and like I feel like every day you're like it's a walking movie. Because everybody got a camera out, everybody got, it's like a walking interview.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
good
I mean?
and bad.
Yeah. And at first, I really wasn't with that. It was different for me. Also, a lot of the people that I looked up to, or like a lot of the people that was around me, were real ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they had outside lives and what they did. Like, hey, bro, no, that's not that's not how we rocking. So, in order to make the transition, I had to really, really strip away the old mentality of thinking and really try to get up with the times. And
King mentality.
What really helped me do that was COVID.
Sitting down, having to be sitting down.
1,000%. I was forced to sit down. So I couldn't pull up on you. I couldn't do so. If I still wanted my business to thrive, I had to figure that out. And everybody was Zoom calling, and then I'm just like, bro, I cannot sit here over a fucking camera and act like I'm blending with this guy. I don't. It doesn't work. I'm an old school nigga. Hey man, let's have a shot. What we doing?
Yeah, let's pull up.
Let's pull up. I think that's how we organically vibe, and that's how solid relationships last. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm understanding this whole
world.
You know what I'm saying? Social media world. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be balanced enough to use it as what it's used for, and not let it use me. You know what I'm saying? But like which
can easily happen too.
For
if you're
sure.
not aware of what you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think right now, man, I think that I'm doing all the right necessary steps to get the face, the name, the brand, and the new music out there. We doing podcasts and viral things, live Instagram chats. I'm zooming. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just having to open up a little bit in my authentic way so the world can see who I am and what I'm about.
So tell us a little bit about T. The Evans administration.
Come on, man.
So now we got the full rebrand.
Yes,
We're
sir.
Richie Evans.
Yes, sir.
Your original
Yes, sir.
born self.
Yes, sir.
Representing your father as well.
Yes,
You're a junior,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So now we got that out there.
Yes, sir.
And you're doing a joint venture.
Yes, sir.
T.
Yes, sir.
Who are you doing the joint venture through?
So it's a company called Ingrooves. They're actually it's a company owned by Universal. Actually, Universal just ended up buying them out a year and a half ago. So I'm under the Universal umbrella right now.
So that's UMG?
Yes.
Okay. That's okay.
So
I was confused because I read up a few things and I saw that, but I didn't tie that two together.
Yeah. So Ingrooves, they're known for. Not too known in the hip hop world. They got the hip hop side. They got myself, Young M.A.
Okay.
She's over there. Tech Nine.
Hey.
Is over there. Who else, man? Kelly Rowland. You know what I'm saying? So this year they're really trying to add an urban side to that. But the thing about it is they're understanding it from the artist's viewpoint. You know what I mean? Like I call it the independent major situation.
Is it kind of like what Empire has going on?
There you go.
Okay.
But you can kind of negotiate how you want your situation to thrive for you. I mean, for me, I felt like my resources, my connections, financially, you know, I was in a good place. I was touring, everything was straight, but I felt like I lacked some of the industry structure and some of the radio and television.
Like the mainstream play.
Exactly, the mainstream play. There you go. You know what I mean? So I felt like I wanted to do that deal for that reason. And like I said, at this particular point, everything is great, man. Like I said, when I call over there, they pick up the phone. When we, you know, release the music, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing.
You got to get rapport with the team.
Exactly.
Right.
They've been working with, you know, my staff, you know what I'm saying, over at TEA, and they've been working together. And I think that we're seeing a lot of positive wave going right now.
I mean, the look is
It's
phenomenal.
getting there. I appreciate that. Now, I ain't gonna lie, we looking good in these streets right now.
Man.
No lie, we looking good in these streets.
Yeah, the numbers are going.
Have you read up on NFTs yet?
So it's ironic that you just said that. So I just read up 2 days ago, and that is something that my goal in my job this weekend is to figure that out.
I'm your guy, bro. I'm
Come
starting
on.
a company called Mint Your Music. So
Okay.
we can get into it. I'll talk to you about
Yeah,
it.
please do.
Yeah,
Please
for
do.
sure.
Because that is something that I really would like to have a little bit more knowledge about, and I know that we would like to make some necessary moves in that realm.
Yep. It's very necessary.
For sure.
So now that we're at this point,
Yeah.
we want to get into the current. We went from literally Pennsylvania
Man,
all the way to here.
come on, man.
And now we got exceptionally favored.
Come on.
How you feeling, bro?
We getting there, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that my journey has been long enough to where I think I'm starting to really get connection with just the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that there's really starting to be an understanding of who Richie Evans is, what he's about, kind of how he moves, and you know the quality of music I'm trying to present.
Right.
My EP, Highly Favored, man. It's I mean, that's what it is. I think that I treat.
Wait, so did I get it wrong?
It's highly favored.
Highly favored.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, so I read the thing where it said exceptionally favored. I apologize.
No, you're good. But I feel like I treat the music industry like the NFL or like the NBA. You know, everybody's like, man, you get a 1 in a million shot
Yeah.
to do it. You know, so I feel like I got a shot with Game. Like that was, you know, a monumental situation. A lot of people, you know, haven't had, you know, a deal or whatever type of deal you want to say. You know what I mean?
That 8 Mile moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for a person to get an opportunity to have a second chance, God really got to show, you know, his hand on my shoulder. So I've been really doing my due diligence to making sure that I'm doing the right necessary steps to deliver everything that needs to be, you know, delivered through that. You know what I mean? So highly favored.
I heard you have something in the works with Remy. Is that?
Yeah. I'm a, you know, people who know me and know how my team get down, we drinks. You feel me? I'm Mr. You know, pour up them shots religiously. I think it's just a outside of being a business thing, I think it's a personable thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that if you can sit down and have a shot with a person and break some bread and really talk, I think that you build a little bit more personable rapport than just over a screen. Right. So, you know, we're super notorious for that. But yeah, man, right now, man, you know, my team and Remy been talking back and forth about working on this deal. I can't disclose too much, but I can say that we're going on tour, and you know, Remy's on board to help make that move.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So we got it working.
Besides Remy, is there any other brands that you let's say top two, if you could what is it?
Alcohol?
And any clothing, alcohol, because I know fashion's a big part of the
sure,
game,
for sure.
especially right now.
For sure. Now, brands that I'm aligned with or trying to do business with, or just that I fuck with?
Brands that you want to do business with.
She's like, fuck all of them. Shit.
Truthfully, no. I was gonna
Yo, who
say,
paying?
yeah, right. Like who
Yo,
couldn't
what's your
check? I
budget?
got
Give me
you.
the budget.
What? Come on, couple photos. I got you. No, I mean, I can't. So there's another one that I can't really say because it's.
Clothing?
Let's not mess it up. Let's not mess it up.
No. I'm trying to. I want to put it out there within a way without putting it out there, but there's just some discussion with Under Armour right now.
Okay.
So we'll just leave that for what it is.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I mean, we don't. We just have a pretty open discussion. Nothing has went further than that, but
it's in the air.
It's in the air,
and
right.
We're hopeful.
That's awesome.
exactly.
Hopeful.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
awesome.
Super hopeful.
Word.
I feel like there's no other, like every other shoe brand is taken. So not taken, but
here's the thing. Like I'm big on my shoe game. Like I'm a shoe fanatic. Like I stay with the freshies all the time.
I see it.
But Under Armour, it wasn't even about shoes. It's because I only wear Under Armour boxer briefs.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? So I
Richie Evans, the underwear
come
model.
on, hey, come on. You feel me? Hey, listen, I gotta stop. I gotta stop drinking this Remy, man, so I can get my 6-pack going. You know what I mean? So I can run around getting it right. But I only wear Under Armour boxer briefs. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how that discussion is coming up.
Word. All right, so we got a new segment that I want to bring to fruition. It's called #Who You Fucking With.
Facts.
Now I want to keep it local.
Okay.
And we're gonna be doing shows with a lot of different people, but I want to keep it local with Arizona artists.
Facts. I know. I'm tapped in on that for sure.
Perfect. So who here in Arizona are you fucking with?
Man. So the first person I'm gonna say I'm fucking with, it's not even a secret. There's a kid named Jay Waves.
Oh,
Fam. Bro, I saw you're on his shit too. I forgot about that. I forgot to bring that up.
He's on my highly favorite EP.
Fam,
Low key. I'm not even gonna talk about that even more. We gotta see.
His album is.
Yeah,
you got it. Yo, Waves.
I want him on the show.
Yeah, we're trying to get him on.
Dundada.
Word. He is nasty, bro.
Hold on, let's see if we can do a new segment on this show called FaceTime Jay Waves.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? Hold on, let's try to see if we can do it.
Get him on board.
All right, let's see.
He is nasty.
No, the kid is dope, man. He got something special. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody. He's one of them.
You don't know me? Whew.
Waves, what's up, baby? Come on, man. I'm on this interview right quick, and your name got brought up. They said the young boy out there slaying shit. I said, hey, he the young legend. He out here working.
I got some shit tapped on.
Come on, man. Hold on. Go ahead, fam.
What's good, Jay
good,
Waves?
man?
What up, fam? Hey, man. Nappy child.
What's going on with y'all?
Yeah.
Go.
All right, let's get it real quick. We passing the phone. Word. Hey, man. We got a show called The Grind Coach. I've been following you for a hot minute now. We need to get you on here, dog. You nasty, dog. You nasty. You representing hard.
That's a honey.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna pass you back.
I have to tap in.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
City in about 2 weeks.
All right,
Oh,
word.
perfect,
I'll link
yeah.
up with you. I'll shoot you a DM.
All right, that's a bet.
All right, man.
Waves, be safe, killer. You know what it is.
All right, Rich, I appreciate you tapping in. Hit me after you're done with it.
I got you, though.
All right, then, dog.
100. Yeah, nah. Waves is one of the ones, man, from, like I said, I don't even want to get into that, but that's one of them ones that, you know what I'm saying? So we my ears is tapped to these streets.
All right, so we got Jay Waves, and we got a special Jay Waves FaceTime. That was dope. Appreciate that, man. That's love right there.
Top.
So who else you got?
There's a kid named Daily Finesse.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I just followed him recently.
He got it. He got it, too.
I haven't heard a lot of his music yet, but I'm going to get back to him.
He got it. He's super dope. And there's a kid in Chandler. His name is Herc.
Herc. Okay, I haven't heard of him.
Heavy. Like I said, each of these artists are different in their own entirety. Everybody represents something completely different. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes the specialty of each of them. You know what I'm saying? Waves has his style. Finesse has his style. Herc has his style. But there's a kid named Young Weston.
Young Weston. So this is why we're doing this section, because the last two I haven't even heard of.
Yeah. Weston, like I said, he's in the deck. Kid named Colfax.
Yeah, see, now you're making me feel like I'm lost, bro.
But listen, no lie, don't even feel that way, because I had to really fall back and tap in too, though. Like I'm telling you, I was like, let me really put my ear to the streets on the low ski and really see who really making that great music,
Right.
Bro. I can truly sit here and say that Arizona, even though we don't have the biggest hip hop scene, right now the city is making some of the best music that I've heard.
It feels like Atlanta in the early 90s.
It's like I said, like we're starting to have a scene. If some of these hierarchy companies, like the radio stations and things like that, just kind of keep cultivating and kind of help, you know what I'm saying, with these artists, kind of even like with you guys, you know what I'm saying, giving these particular platforms where people can do what they need to do, the city's going to be in great hands, bro.
That's what we're here to try to do, man.
For sure.
All right, man. Well, look, we got all 5 of those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From top to bottom. Man, I appreciate you coming through, fam.
Man,
This
I
is
gotta
love.
do it. Hey,
This is
listen,
love.
man. I stand on the city, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anything that anybody need from me from the city, I try my best to pull up if my schedule allows it. You know what I mean? We all we got out here, man. So I'm trying to do my part to lead that and make it go.
On that note, man, you guys go check out Highly Favored.
Come on.
Highly
Yeah.
Favored.
Come on.
Coming out very soon. You guys go check that out. Peep
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah.
Follow my man Richie Evans.
Man.
And if
Thank
you
you,
want
bro.
to, go ahead, look at the camera, let the people know what you got going on, what you're dropping.
Man, you know what it is. It's your man Richie Evans, live and direct. Make sure you get those 2 new singles right now. Let Me Talk That Shit available on all platforms. For You available on all platforms, featuring my man Vito. Stay in tune with the guy. Like I said, man, catch me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole 9. Talk to me, I talk back. We out here. Richie, Highly Favored, coming soon.
Awesome, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you,
Come
bro.
on, man.
Hey.
I ain't really got a lot of time. You think it's shit, and you really Rihanna fine. I'm on my J.O., really chasing the bag.